Wash hands. Obtain all supplies needed, supplies that is not in the resident's room or bathroom. Knock before entering the room. Identify self by name, identify resident, and greets resident by name.
Good morning, Miss Torsha. My name is Val. I'm going to be your CNA today.
Disinfect bedside table and put down a barrier. Put down supplies on appropriate surface.
We don't need any supplies for this skill.
Washes hands and checks resident's wristband. Explains procedure to resident, speaks clearly, slowly, and directly. Maintains face-to-face contact whenever possible.
So today we're going to be doing range of motion exercises. Is that okay?
Yes, it is.
Set up supplies and obtain other supplies needed. Supplies that is in the resident's room and bathroom. Provide privacy for resident with a curtain, screen, or a door. Locks bed wheels. Raises up both side rails. Adjusts bed to a safe working level, usually waist height. Lower one side rail on the side of the bed that you are working on. Wear gloves as needed per standard precautions. Position resident lying supine on the bed. Positions body in a good alignment. Repeat each exercise at least 3 times. Shoulder. Extension. Flexion.
Okay, so this is flexion, extension, and I would do that 3 times.
Abduction. Adduction.
Okay, so this is abduction, adduction, and I would do that 3 times.
Internal rotation. External rotation.
Okay, so the arm needs to be straight with the shoulder. This would be external rotation. This is internal rotation. And you would do that 3 times.
Elbow. Flexion. Extension.
Flexion, extension.
Pronation. Supination.
Pronation is down, supination is up.
Wrist. Flexion. Dorsiflexion. Radial flexion.
So the radial flexion, you go to the radial bone.
And ulnar flexion.
And ulnar flexion, you go to the ulnar side of the bone.
Thumb. Abduction. Adduction.
Okay, so abduction, adduction is closer.
Opposition. Flexion. Extension. Fingers. Flexion. Extension. Abduction. Adduction. Hip. Abduction, adduction.
Ab is out, adduction is in.
Internal rotation, external rotation.
It's internal, and that's external rotation.
Knees. Flexion. Extension. Ankles. Dorsiflexion. plantar flexion, supination,
Okay, so supination is the foot goes up towards the ceiling.
and pronation.
Okay, goes down towards the bed.
Toes, flexion, extension, abduction,
Separate the toes.
and adduction.
Put the toes close together.
While supporting the limbs, moves all joints gently, slowly and smoothly through range of motion to point of resistance. Stops exercises if pain occurs.
Okay, so you would want to make sure that you would go, now that you did one side of the body, you would want to make sure you put up your side rail. Lower your bed. To the lowest position. I would then move over to the other side of my resident. Bring the bed back up. Okay. Lower my rail, and then I would proceed with doing range of motion to the head to the foot, top to bottom.
After that has been completed, return bed to lowest position. Put up side rail. Follows side rail care plan.
Okay, so it's one side rail down.
Removes privacy measures. Leaves call light within reach.
Okay, Ms. Torsia, here is your call light. If you need anything or assistance, please touch the button. Thank you.
Washes hands. Is courteous and respectful at all times. Reports any changes to the nurse. Documents procedure using facility guidelines.